Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be working on the TJ again, and what we have in line for today, we're going to be removing this body lift. That's a 3-inch body lift that has a frame so far away from the body. I don't like the way it looks, but that's what we have planned today. A little colder this morning, about 25 degrees when we woke up, so I'm dressed a little differently today, but I'm going to be laying on this cold concrete, so I've got this hunting jacket on. So first thing I'm going to do to the body lift, I'm going to loosen all the bolts, make sure I can get them all loose. And I'm going to take loose one side and do one side at a time. I've read where you don't need to take them all out at the same time. You'll never get the body lined back up with the frame. So right now I'm going to loosen all the bolts. Tight, I had to break it loose with a breaker bar. Well, that's the one spot that's rusty on the body. It looks like that bolt has let go up in there. So we'll have to do some more extensive repair on that. Frame is all rust free. That's the one spot right there that's got a little rot to it. Alright, I got my trusty sawzall back out. I'm going to have to cut through that to cut that bolt loose, so when I pick the body up I can get some of that out. And I'll have to order the parts to cut all this out right here and replace it. That's the only bad spot on the Jeep that's got any rust on it at all, and it's on this one back one. And I already knew about that, but I was hoping to get away with not having to change it right now. But anyway, this is a restoration channel, so I guess I'll get to do that. Okay, I'm gonna have to jack that thing up a little bit now. Okay, I'm back. I've done a little bit more than I had intended to before I got back on the camera. So I've got all of the body lift mounts removed from the driver's side, and I have the passenger side loosened with the body mount still in place. And this right here, there's what that looks like. I will definitely have to cut that out and replace that. I'll get all that rot cut out. That's the only place on this Jeep that has got that kind of rot on it. And I don't know, it's kind of strange, but anyway. And here is the rest of them look like this right here, just nice. So I've got the 4-wheel drive shift linkage removed and lowered. I've got the spacer that was spacing up the steering down here. I have it removed, and at this point I'm ready to lower this side and put my bolts back in place without the body mount lift on it. So that's what I'm going to do now. I went to Fastenal and bought all my bolts and washers. they didn't have it in stock exactly what I needed. So instead of this one being 3 3/4 inches, this one is 4 inches. And I needed some 2 3/4 inches. They didn't have those, but they had 3 3-inch, and they had a bunch of 2.5 inches. So I had to get some 2.5 inches, and I'm just hoping that they reach. So we'll know when we get a little further in. I know someone's going to be saying something about the way I've got this thing jacked up. There's no reason for me to put my hand in between where the mount's going to meet the body. I'm just going to be working from the bottom side, so if something did happen and my hydraulics failed, my hand will not be trapped up in there. So I just wanted to make mention of that. Alright, I got all my bolts in on the driver's side. The 3 here under the rocker panel, the 1 in front of the gas tank, and the 1 behind the gas tank. So I got all 5 of these installed. Let's go do the other side now. I wanted to make mention, even with the this passenger side still bolted up but loose, I did have to use a ratchet strap over there to pull the tub and move it a little bit so my holes would line up perfectly before my bolts would go in. Dirty. A problem I've been having is when I get these bolts loose and they come out of the tub, this spacer here is still seized to the bolt. So in some cases I have to cut the head of the bolt off in order to raise the spacer up this way to the tub and get clear of this right here. So anyway, it has taken me longer to do this than I had planned, and it's because of that. It's because these right here are seized up even when the bolts are released from the tub. Alright, I gotta do that to one more, and then I'll be back and put the factory bolts back in. All right, I got the body lowered down and ready to start seeing if the bolts line up. And they do, perfect. Okay. And it lined up too, so we're all good. I'm gonna run these down just a little bit before I lower everything and get everything in a bind, and then I'll lower it all the way down and tighten them up good and tight. All right, guys, it's been kind of an all-day ordeal getting those bolts out of those 3-inch spacers, but anyway, I've got it done, got it finished. You remember me telling you about the fuel hose? They cut the hose and put about a 3-inch long, 4-inch long piece of metal tubing. This is the one I took off where they had, you can see where it's been leaking right here. Anyway, I replaced it with a new one, got it put in, got the steering shaft spacer, I got it taken out. I got this was it right here, and I've got the linkage drop kit for the transfer case taken out, and it's all back in the stock location. So this is the Jeep without the 3-inch body lift on it, and I actually like it better. I hated seeing that body lift, and actually looks pretty good. This thing's got, I believe it's 32-inch tires on it. Let me see here, yeah, 32 by 11.5. So I'm kind of curious if they're going to rub. They should rub at full turn, but anyway, they may not. And I will probably put a 2-inch spring spacer lift on top of the coil springs right there, just a economy spacer, instead of doing the control arms and all that stuff. I'm not going to get into all that. I'm going to get way too much money in this thing if I do things like that, so I'm trying to keep it cheap. That's going to wrap up this video, guys, and remember to, if you hadn't subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. Remember to hit the bell notification, and you'll get updates on when I upload new videos. And hit the like button if you don't mind, if you like this video or anything about it. It'll help the channel out a lot. I appreciate your views, I appreciate your subscriptions, and I love hearing your comments. Leave a comment and I will reply as soon as possible. All right, thanks again.